I think lesson number 3 gave us all a glimpse of what it feels like to take control of our finances. Once we document and confirm that we are operating with a deficit, we can make adjustments to fix it. We can think of a budget as a scale, and on one side, we have our incoming money, funds, and on the other side, we have our expenses, money going out. And we want to balance those two. We generally want the income to be more than the expenses, and we also want to include savings in the expenses. So we can save money for our retirement, if we want to buy a house someday, if we want to buy a car or start a business, all those things. Click on the upper right-hand corner, the next button, to go to the next module. He does not think he's going to be able to increase his salary, but he does think he will be able to reduce his expenses. His monthly expenses were $5,360, as we can see here. Again, looking below, that $5,360 in expenses was higher than his income. He thinks he can save $475 a month. Let's look at the line items where he's saying he can save. He thinks the 4 DraftKings a month that he spends, he can reduce to 2, thereby reducing that expense from $200 to $100 per month, saving $1,200 a year. He thinks the entertainment, going to the sports bar each weekend with his friends, he can reduce that from 4 times a month to 3 times a month, saving $50 per month. Other areas that he thinks he can reduce expenses are DoorDash. He was doing 10 a month at about $30 per DoorDash. He thinks he can reduce that from 10 to 5 and save 5 DoorDashes a month at $150 per month. And he also thinks that eating out, he can reduce that from 20 times per month to 15 times a month, saving another $75. And lastly, he had a jet ski that he was paying $200 a month for financing. He has a friend who will go on the jet ski with him, saving another $100 a month. So if we look at the last column here, taking the difference between his previous monthly expenses and his current monthly expenses that he's going to have, he's going to save $475 a month. And what will happen now? Instead of having a $173 a month deficit, Eric is going to have a $302 a month surplus, which is going to give him an extra $3,600 a year. In lesson number 4, brainstorming ideas to increase income and decrease expense, you should not be afraid to use your imagination. Don't judge your ideas to increase income and reduce expense right away. Jot them down as you think of them. Better yet, throw them out there and discuss them with your spouse, your partner, or your roommate. You can always cross them out later if you find that they are unrealistic.